Hey guys, EDDBUD here. Today I have another episode of Running Shoe Yay or Nay for you. Welcome back to the channel guys. If you're new here and haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications when I launch those new videos for you. And it really does help us out a huge amount here if you give this video a thumbs up like. For shoes today, I'm going to tell you my reasons for either picking them up or not. Running shoe yay or nay isn't about whether the shoe's brilliant or terrible. I wouldn't know unless I got it on foot. So I'm going to give you my reasons today as to why I might pick them up very soon for review. Or give the opportunity for some other people to review the shoe. First shoe today is the ASICS NOVABLAST 2. I gotta be honest guys, I've been inundated with requests to review this shoe. Everybody wants me to test it out. So I think I'm going to have to pick it up. It wasn't one that was kind of burning into my mind that I need to get, but I think everybody wants to see my views and opinions on it. The viewers' interactions with the channel make the channel what it is, so I've got to give them what they want, and I have to listen. So just looking at the weights between the version 1 and the version 2, it looks like the V2's picked up a little bit of extra weight. Looking at the stats on ASICS website as well, it seems like there's less stack in the heel. At least that's what it says on their website. The original version had 32mm, it now says it's 30 for the second version. There's about a 15 gram weight difference there as well. So not entirely sure what's going on there. I did hear some reports that the upper was a bit more refined. Obviously the heel to toe drop has changed slightly, going from a 10mm to 8. By all accounts though, I will be better off if I go for a UK 10.5 in the NOVABLAST 2. I had an 11 in the NOVABLAST and that was quite voluminous. It sounds as if the NOVABLAST 2 is kind of the same in terms of fit, and I just don't need all that upper. So I'm going to go down to a 10.5 when I do pick it up. The info I've just given you about the heel stack is from the ASICS website itself, so if it's wrong, well, it's down to them. I guess it must be the upper. Maybe the materials are a little bit different. We will soon find out as to why it's a little bit heavier. The original NOVABLAST was a shoe that I really did warm up to over a while. It took quite a few miles before it kind of settled down a little bit, and it became a really good daily shoe for me. I wouldn't want to use it for much else, I don't think, so be interesting to see how the NOVABLAST 2 stacks up. We'll give it a shot on this second iteration. It's a yay from me. Shoe number 2 today is the Nike VaporFly Next% 2 Custom by You version. So this one's appeared, it seems to have sold out. I think they release a few every day, so you've got to get your order in relatively quickly, and then they do a few more the next day. So it looks like they have a allotment, I suppose, or they have a specific number that they can fulfill. A little bit like how they only let so many people pass their driving tests every day. I don't know if that's true. That was the myth anyway. I have to say it's a bit of a premium price here. 250 for the standard upper version and 260 earth credits for the Flyknit option. 260. I have to be frank, that is quite high when you consider the original version of the shoe is 209 earth credits. There's only a few colours available as well on the Flyknit option. I think it's about 5 or something. It's a little sad. It just feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. I wish there was a bright orange or a lime green, something along those lines, but alas, no dice. I'm not a fan at all of that heel text font either. That really isn't good. It just looks like a bit of a cash in here from Nike. They discounted the standard one and, you know, that was a good move, but then they've hiked up the price of the Custom by You version and it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not massively keen on any of the options available here, any of the colours. It just isn't something I'm interested in. I've got a pair of the Next% 2 with about 50 miles or something. I don't need another pair right now. A big nay for me for this version. I don't need another one, especially at 250 or 260 earth credits. It's an A. Shoe number 3 is the New Balance FRESHFOAM Vongo 5. Do I need another New Balance FRESHFOAM shoe? It's got the same midsole type as the 1080 V11. That's one of the big selling points actually on the New Balance website about this shoe. I mean, it's heavier and it's got the same heel to toe drop. I'm not sure I need this one. The 1080 V11 I found to be a really good daily type shoe, though I did find it to be a bit of an energy sponge on longer runs. Just felt like I was having to put a lot of energy in to get not an awful lot back. Not much of a return there. It just felt like I was channeling everything into it and it just soaked it up. As I say, the Vongo 5 apparently uses the same midsole type as on the 1080v11, but they have changed things up a little bit. I believe that the pellet size or something is slightly different on the medial arch. I think it's very much lined up as a stability answer to the 1080v11. I'm quite interested by that different pellet size customization in the midsole. That's kind of a cool idea. I would be keen to see more models utilize that technology. But taking that into account, it's not really something that I need or can make use of. I think there's other shoe tubers out there that will probably pick this one up and probably can get a little more out of it than I can. Especially if you're buying it from a stability point of view. I don't really need that, so I can't really comment all that much as to whether it works or not. Especially it being the same price point as the 1080v11, I've still got to plough some additional miles into that one and get it up to 100 to give you my review. So I'm going to leave the Vongo 5 up to others to test out. It's a nay from me. Shoe 4 is the Mizuno Waverider 25. This seems to be a more daily offering from Mizuno, but one of the first daily type shoes to use its energy foam. Sorry, it's Energy. The Energy foam. You'll remember that I did test that foam out in the Waverider Neo a little while back. Seems like there's a similar setup here. You got that Pebax plate back here in the heel. I've got to be honest, there's quite a lot of shoe here in the Neo. In terms of the upper, you've got that wetsuit neoprene style construction. It was rather strange, a bit like a sock. All the top brands are moving away from standard EVA in their midsoles, even for daily shoes now, which is good to see. And that's exactly what's happening in the Waverider 25. I think you've got the same outsole style material as in the Waverider Neo. Seemed to work very well actually on wet conditions, though it looks like you've got a more conventional upper on the 25 this time around. I'm always intrigued by the use of that plate in the heel. Just how it works, you know, why it's there. I guess it separates the foams out a little bit and adds an element of compression and return in that heel area. Perhaps a little bit like a trampoline. I'm always a bit wary to use that word whenever talking about running shoes because people get very upset about that. I'd assume it also stabilizes the softer midsole foam there in the heel, so it provides a little bit of a calming element. I think at 129 Earth credits it's certainly an attractive price point for a daily shoe. Doesn't seem all that heavy as well when you consider some of the Adidas and Nike offerings of recent time. I think it's about 275 grams for a US size 9, so it's not too bad. I think a little down the line when I've cleared the decks of some of the current shoes that I'm testing out, I think I will pick up the Waverider 25, so it's a yay from me. Just think it'd be fun to try something different out, try some more Mizuno stuff. Seem to have been producing shoes for an awfully long time. I think the first ones I ever saw were probably football boots from Mizuno. Okay, that's the 4 shoes for today, guys. Let me know whether it's a yay or nay for you on those 4 down in the comments. A musical interlude for you. After England lost the European Championship final the other day, I needed a little boost, and I decided Happiness in Magazines by Graham Coxon was the way to go. There's some really high energy, very up for it tracks on here. That's exactly what I needed. Wanted to get out and do some faster miles and get back to training, and Graham Coxon delivered in spades. Spectacular, People of the Earth, and Freaking Out are the hit tracks on this one. They're the winners here. There's lots of trademark Graham Coxon Telecaster mastery, all coated with that wonderful Coxon vibe. He has a very specific kind of production style that just seems to speak to me. Guitars are always at the forefront, but you can also hear all the lyrics as well on the vocals. It does really irritate me when certain people place the vocal really low in the mix, so you can't hear any of the lyrics properly. It just seems to make it a bit pointless. Graham Coxon's always got some really cool lyrics, so it's nice to hear it right up there in the forefront with those guitars. Just an energetic album, really. There's a few slower tunes on there as well, which showed us what he produce in the future. He's not just all about manic guitar work. So go and check this one out from 2004, Happiness in Magazines by Graham Coxon. Thanks for tuning in and sticking with me to the very end, guys. I much appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications when we roll those new videos out for you. And it really does help the channel out if you give this video a thumbs up, like, and share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you